Namaste! Grand Rising, Big Cat. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555. Or your message or massage is. Come in! Come on! I've got intel. Recon is afoot. The words, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, can't put the blame on you, fool me 3 times, F the peace signs, come through, J. Cole, posh, clap, yes baby, law number 21 of the 48 laws of power. Sometimes you gotta play a sucker to catch a sucker at suckeration. The planetary energies are the Sun in Gemini sextiles Mars in Leo. Energy, energy, energy. Up, up, up. I insist, Big Cat. Focus on doing physical activities. Get out for a walk, a run, a hike, swimming, anything that gets your physical body moving. Energy, energy, energy. Up, 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 Big Cat. I insist. You also have a waxing crescent moon in Cancer, the 4th house, darling dear. The 4th house that speaks about your origin, your home life, your foundation, what you do in private, darling dears. With the waxing crescent moon in Cancer, this is a momentum of emotional growth as well as nurturing. Focus on your home, your family, and personal relationships. Pay attention to your intuition and emotions during this time. They can guide you when you're making big decisions, darling dears. Aligned with your deepest wants and desires. You also have Mars in Leo squaring Jupiter in Taurus. And when we get a square, it creates a challenge, darling dear. It's more of an impasse. All of this powerful energy meeting up in the middle. Who's going to go first? They're trying to shoulder their way around, darling dears. Therefore, there's going to be a lot of combative energy in full swing, darling dear. They want all the smoke, the fire, everything, right? With this harsh aspect, everyone believes they're right. And old grudges could resurface. An old grudge? Nikia, I told you I don't carry feelings, I carry facts as well as a bat. My bat is nay. I've got 3 go-to moves. I'm not advocating for violence, darling, but self-defense. Go and watch my Don't Get Smoked video where I teach you self-defense and light kung fu. Listen, old grudges, what kind of grudge you got with me? People like to say, they like to tell you all of the time, my dear Big Cat, I don't have a beef with you. So what do they have? Chicken? Or is it fish? Well, what exactly do they have? Do they have prawns? What do they say? They've got no beef. Now it's got me sucking my 31 teeth, and you know how I feel about that. Yeah. Fool me 1 time, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. Fool me 3 times, F the peace sign. Come through once again. J. Cole, posh, clap. Yeah, so they want all the smoke, darling dear. But you have to also remember, my dear Big Cat, not every battle must you attend. Some battles you can swerve, swerve, skeet, skeet, darling dear. Conserve your energy. For what? Getting great, Big Cat. I keep telling you, bestie. Because there is a risk that must be taken. Well, you don't have to take it because you've got free will. I've been feeling this. It's more like a push. You know, that anxiety. It's not even anxiety, that feeling that something's got to be done. It's about taking a leap of faith in a different direction. This could be with many things, darling dears. Different vibe on learning. Because today is the 22nd, right? The 22nd of May, 2023 goes to, I believe, 16. 16, yes, 16 is the Tower moment. The Tower moment is of what? Sudden change, darling dears. The Tower moment also speaks about the deconstruction in order for something to be rebuilt because of a crisis point in a relationship or a crisis point within self. Maybe you've gone down a different path, taken up things, because we've got the Pluto in Aquarius energy, darling dears. I said certain things are going to be taken up that you possibly put behind you a long time ago. Let's clear this energy. Let's clear this energy. Releasing what no longer serves the big cat in order to get great. Yeah, had to clear that energy. So risk will be taken, darling dear. As I said, you've got free will, but you'll get a little insight from the reading that I'm about to give you. So yeah. And then when you're taking this risk, your cut-off game is gonna have to be so fine-tuned, darling dear. It must be what? Golden buzzer worthy. This is a time when you are going to what? Drop down and get your eagle on, darling dear. This is looking at facing self, again, more shadow work, as well as facing past issues, darling dears. Issues as well as people. Like I said, not every battle must you attend. Your cut-off game, like I said, better be golden buzzer worthy. Because you've got a lot of people that will be around you with vindictive behaviors. They've got a cold, sabotaging heart, darling dear. And will constantly make attempts on your personal developments. They don't want you to develop. It's all right as long as you're doing the same as them, or maybe a little less than them. But dare you step outside of the zone, the comfort zone, which is kryptonite to a big cat. They got issues and problems. All of this being around those type of behaviors, or even in being in that thought pattern, darling dear, it will take a toll on your well-being. Oh, 100%, darling dear. 100%. A toxic friend or a toxic partner, toxic work environment is dangerous. Because they're convinced, darling dear. They convince themselves that everything that was done to you was justified. Yeah, they do. They believe you deserve that shiznai, and possibly a little bit more if you'd stayed long enough to put up with getting more of it without the Vaseline. You see, the thing is, a toxic situation will cause you to doubt yourself as well as defend your choices. Defending your choices when you know it's wrong, that's like being in an abusive relationship, darling dear, and defending the fact, well, he does help with the bills, or she does look after the children, but good golly and gosh, it's like living with one of the 40 thieves, and every one of them is demonic, darling dear. You can't be, no, that's not fabulous. I don't love that, no. Being around these people, darling dear, it will make you angry, resentful, uncomfortable, miserable, and even feeling like a dummy bat. Listen, I told you I was a dummy bat for a long time, until I got to my half of 100 and I said, this goes no further. I immediately jettisoned from Gandalf the Grey to Gandalf the White, darling dear. Yes, baby. Listen, nothing like getting the 2020 when you're half of 100. Better late than never. Right. Being around these people is extremely exhausting, darling dear. The exhaustion of what? Walking on eggshells. Of trying to second guess their emotional state because they're about to go nuclear on you. You know, with overreacting. And you have to also take into account that toxicity is contagious. It's contagious because of how disturbingly fast it can spread to others. If you're under the influence of a toxic person, You may begin to take on some of the same toxic traits. That's more shadow work that has to be done. To look at what was in you that allowed yourself to be open to such behaviors, as well as perpetrating said behaviors. Because this is a big part of shadow work. Taking accountability for what was. Facing it. Because as a big cat, we faced everything can rise. You haven't got no time to run, because you can't run away from yourself. Wherever you go, there you are. You have to remember, a bad atmosphere like that infects all that it touches, making everyone irritable and on eggshells. Nothing gets solved, darling dears. It creates dis-ease in the body. Toxic people are extremely poisonous. It's crucial that you remove them from your life. From the first instance, darling dear. From the first instance, the first red flag. When you realize they're overstanding you. This is why you don't say, I understand. That means you stand under. You say, I comprehend. Comprehension was a must in this. Yes, comprehension, comprehending, comprende. Fist bump. You had to get it in order to get to the truth of self. With all of these solar flares that we're having, this planet, this Malkuth, whether it's flat or round, darling dear, is going through changes. And you as a spiritual being having a human experience have to what? Bend with the change. Be the what? Master of the matrix, darling dear. Bend the matrix. Let's dive in, darling dears. Let's get a rune stone. 11:48 on the counter. Just the one. Oh, good golly and gosh. We've got what? Answers. This is represented by the god or the ancestor rune in runestone style, dears. Talk about drag that out. Yeah, it's also representative of the magician in tarot, darling dears. On its face speaks about someone who is deceitful, extremely manipulative to the core. This is someone that causes strife in other people's lives just because they're bored. To see the reaction. This is someone who is a sociopath, a narcissist, a psychopath. This is someone that lives on misunderstandings, darling dears. They like to perpetrate misunderstandings, or they put it across as a misunderstanding. This is someone that does not take responsibility for their actions. This is someone who's extremely cunning, darling dear, and likes to fit in amongst others. So they are a watcher of behaviors. Because they have to mimic the behaviors in order to get close enough. A toxic person, darling dear. As I said, a risk will have to be, well, it doesn't have to be, a risk is on the tableau, darling dears. It's time to put your big pantaloons on, your big cat pantaloons, darling dears, and pull them right up. Answers represented by the letter A, the number 4, 5, 6, and 7. This is someone who is delusional, darling. They're extremely vain. This is a narc. As I said, they're bored with their life situations. Whoever they're around, they've manipulated until they're like putty in their hands. This is someone who is, as I said, is bored with their life and they want to kick it up a notch. Maybe this is the risk that is on the tableau for them, they, them, and Or it could be you feeling bored of your life, darling dears, feeling the weight of previous manipulations. Let's get the Oracle Ancestral message. I'm going to go with the gods and goddesses. Give it a quick shufti. 1435. Oracle Ancestral message for the risk. Oh, the drum, darling dear. It's a dream as well as a journey. Wow. Conceive, believe, and achieve, darling dear. There's a journey. A journey is about learning the lesson, but it's also about going forward. Change is constant, darling dears. Moving forward, dancing to the beat of your own drum. Brings to mind what Bob Marley said. Some people just get wet in the rain while others dance to the beat of the universe. This is somebody coming into their own, darling dears, realizing that they can what? Drum up their own life, their own coexistence with the Most High, moving forward. Love it. I don't hate it. Absolutely fabulous, darling dears. Drums are used in many societies, darling dears. Beginning of seasons, ending of a life, darling dear. Drumming for rituals, or baby drumming, just understanding sound. So many things can be seen to be done with a drum, or the circumstances you find one in. Yeah, the lady. Enjoy growth, reap rewards, darling dears. What did I say? Somebody's watching you dance to the beat of your own drum. You was not meant to fit inside the box. This is giving full energy, Uranus energy, sudden change. They feel as though it's a sudden change in you, but it's not a sudden change. This person was manipulative, a lying liar, a skin-peeling liar in your presence, darling dears. The lady is like the Empress. But the Empress as well as the High Priestess, darling dears. Major Arcana. Knowing something from within. This is where growth comes from within. It speaks about abundance. I'm seeing 5 seeds. The numerology of the 5 speaks about constructive freedom. Creating a new change. As I said, you're dancing to the beat of your own drum. I'm feeling inclined to say that you're going to take this risk. The 5 speaks about coming from a situation where there was a lot of conflict and instability, possibly from the inside as well as around you, darling dear. This speaks about walking alone. Pardon me. Spiritual belch, because I speaks the truth. Ruth, pinkies up. Someone is very unhappy with the fact that they was unable to. Oh, they don't have any control in your life, no say. Someone who is trying to manipulate the situation. This person is slow. They're slow. They're slow in their cranium, darling dear, because they're judging you on the person that no longer exists. You're not that cat anymore. You are the big cat. The Empress is Earth as well as Venus energy. Venus rules luxury, beauty, relationships, as well as money, darling dears. The fine arts. Maybe you're an artist. Venus also rules Taurus as well as Libra energy. We also have, as I said, the moon, the High Priestess moon energy, Cancer as well as Pisces. Your emotions and relationships. Somebody wants to know what sort of relationships you're now making in your life. Speaking of relationships and relationships that's possibly ended between you and them. There's no going back. This is someone who understands themselves. This is growth, darling dear. A risk was taken or is about to be taken. Base of the deck. The Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. What did I just say? Seen a lot of sacral chakra, all of this orange glow on the fox. It speaks about some of you are going to be wanting to be more body confident, darling dears. This could be a new exercise routine. Maybe you've gained weight or you possibly lost weight. But then again, this could be from spending too much time on your own. Law number 18 of the 48 laws of power. Too much time alone is dangerous. You have to get back out there, darling dears. Get the body moving. We've already discussed the sun is now in Gemini. Sextile in Mars in Leo. Energy, energy, energy. Up, 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 big cat. Some of you may be feeling lonely, but it's your emotions going everywhere because they have to be purged at this moment in time. For others, you're feeling low libido, lacking in creative ideas, or possibly out of balance. Emotions is the element of water. Water energy is your relationships, your emotions, but it's also about healing as well as cleansing. It's the fluidity of life, darling dears. It's about embracing that and understanding everything is only for a certain amount of time. But you definitely spiritually upgraded on individuals, darling dears. It's as though you're wearing your spiritual armor, Ephesians 6:13. Your breastplate of righteousness, darling dear. Your helmet of salvation, the sword of spirit, your belt of truth, the sword of faith, and your foot shod in the gospel. Yeah, because wherever you step is righteous, big cat. You carry the light. And divine would not have given you more than you can bear because you've been listening to your intuition, your discernment. This is what has brought you this growth. Being able to dance to your own beat, darling dear, whilst listening to the universe. But being what? It's not even, I want to say foxy, sly, cunning, but it's not in a bad way. This is about you protecting your energies in order to embrace the risk that was taken or the risk that is about to be taken. But you had to cut off people that were sly, darling dears. I know this is a picture, this picture's frozen in time, but it's giving me the energy of people just watching. But you had to be devoted, and it also speaks about an elderly ancestor peacock feather. I have a peacock feather over all of my entryways in my house, darling dear. Somebody steps into my house, whatever they stepped in with, it's on them, mate, until they leave. You're not leaving the bad vibes around me. I think not, Scotty. But wisdom is for the wise. It reminds me of the hermit. Self-examination, self-improvement, but it also speaks about encouragement. Some of you are being encouraged to go out into nature. You need to be more grounded or grounding yourself at this moment in time. Possibly to get this creative energy flowing again. But it's also about physically, getting yourself physically moving, darling dear. Focusing on physical activities today. Yeah. Lots going on here, big cat. Imagine that. So the risk. I've got the chakra cards. I'll give it a quick shifty and pull out one. I'm going to talk about what is your deepest fear as you act on your desire. The deepest fear. Oh, we've got the third eye. This is about you needing to listen to your intuition as well as focus on your dreams, darling, this as well as your vision. Your third eye, your intuition has been out of balance, possibly causing you headaches. You've been losing focus, maybe being a tad bit too judgmental and having a bit of difficulty sleeping, darling dears. I think it's not even, you've possibly been listening and hearing your intuition, but you've not been following through. This is a trustful, darling dears, trusting in your psychic abilities. Trust that you are being guided, right? To be foxy, mate. Look what I just said. Because you're going to have to drop down and get your eagle on, darling dear. Eagle has excellent eyesight, darling dear. Excellent eyesight. And not only that, an eagle doesn't fly through a storm, darling dears. An eagle will always fly above the storm. And you are a big cat eagle. With foxy ways, who's grown. And you dance to the beat of your own drum. all of this and that's going on for you, big cat. But let's dig a bit deeper into the third eye. I'm going to use the Art Nouveau deck. I've got the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is someone who has left a situation, divorced from a situation. You said what you said in the leap voice. The third eye is represented by Archangel Cassiel. Call him at any time. It's about connection, being in connection with your higher self. This can be brought through balancing out your chakras, darling dears, as well as wearing the colors associated with each chakra. This is about meditation. This is about knowing thyself, understanding that you can co-create whatever life you want, but you have to balance out your chakras. And remember, your root chakra has to be balanced, darling dears, because it's about your security and survival, as well as your instinct, but it offsets all of the other chakras if your root is not balanced. Queen of Swords is about you gathering information and trusting your intuition to take this risk, or the risk that you took. But I'm feeling more inclined to say to take this risk. A risk is about to be taken. You had to remove certain energies from your life, darling dear. People that were not fair traders. People that were narcissistic, darling dear. Too busy looking in the mirror at themselves, putting more importance in themselves. And as I said, they feel justified in the actions they took against you, darling dear. They felt that you deserved it, possibly wanted to give it to you some more without the Vaseline, darling dears. Queen of Swords, air energy. The Queen of Swords also has water energy as well, darling dear. Because this is wings as well as the cloud at her back on her own chair, darling dears. Yeah, she's got a soft side, but this is the wisdom for experience. You're wiser for the experiences that you had, but you was able to exchange energies, realizing what energies are not of you, that are not of you, darling dear. Because as I said, be around toxic behavior, you take on the toxicities. Whether you like it or not, after a period of time, how it manifests, it could be many ways. Anger, guilt, passive aggression, overeating, drinking, smoking, drugs, the sex. Everybody's paradigm's different, darling dears. So about the third eye, and taking this risk, trusting in your intuition. Look, King of Wands. King of Wands is telling you that you are a natural born leader, highly spiritual. This also speaks about charming, darling dears. You have the gift of the gab. This is about you charming people with your words, but it's also you're motivational. You motivate people, or you feel motivated by someone. This is about you getting a mentor or a guru, darling dears, to get you over this hump, in believing in yourself and in your abilities, trusting in your vision and dreams, being able to create them, darling dear. Yeah, look, more Wands energy, because you're getting the hand of God. Two of Wands is to turn your back on the toxic and the negative emotions and memories around the situation as you release what no longer serves you. The third eye also speaks about, as I said, or I didn't say, it's about travel, darling dears, traveling, astral travel. But it's also about your ability to channel. You are channeling, darling dears. It's not confused thought. It's because you are putting it in with all of the same repetitive thoughts. We have about, I think it's about 60 or 80,000 thoughts a day. And 75,000 of those thoughts is thoughts we had yesterday. 75% of those thoughts are the thoughts you had yesterday. Good God. How can you hear the Most High, or hear your higher self, or break out of a paradigm if you're still mulling over what you thought about yesterday and the day before? Divine wants you to hear this inspiration. Know and trust in your psychic abilities, in the channels, the downloads, the visions, the dreams that you've been getting, darling dear. Base of the deck, Ten of Pentacles, because you're about, or you will break a generational curse. This is about you using your natural abilities, darling dears, to come out of an impoverished situation. This is also about you no longer being disloyal to your spiritual side, connecting to your higher self. Knowing thyself is the key to the universe, said by Tesla as well as Socrates. But this is not the time to pretend, darling dear. This is to understand that you are the storm. You are the change. You are the one that is co-creating this risk that must be taken, because it's gonna test your loyalty to yourself first and foremost, as well as to your spirituality, in trusting the stair without even seeing the next step, because you are being spiritually guided to what? Grow. So the risk must be taken. Some of you are still too stuck in the 3D mind, where you're thinking about the loss in the finances, feeling as though you don't have any stable support around you. But what about the Most High? What about trusting without seeing the stair? Base of the deck. Moving on from those that no longer serves you. 4 of Cups on its face, darling dears. No longer disillusioned or being disappointed with aligning with difficult relationships with disloyal people, where you lost time, money, mental health. There was no loyalty in those situations. You had to what? Find that spark from within, darling dear. In order to what? No longer take the shortest stick. You had to use your intuition and discernment to leave past situations behind. That in itself was a risk. But better the unknown than to be imprisoned in a situation where the energy was distorted because it was toxic. Confusing, exhausting, sapping on your natural psychic abilities, darling dears, because you always knew. Okay, let's put this to one side. Let's ask the next question. What should your first step be? 6 of Pentacles. Let's get another one of the chakras. Giving and receiving. 6 of Pentacles is about voluntary work. It's about giving unto others, giving your information, giving your time. Maybe some of you are giving your time on the internet. Crown chakra. You're about to give and receive, darling dear. Crown chakra is being connected to the Most High. This is divine wisdom. Knowing thyself, connecting to your higher self. The crown chakra covers the element of thought. When you're disconnected from your crown chakra, it brings in depression, and you have headaches, confusion, feeling unbalanced. And again, it's pointing you to the direction of connection with your spirituality, with your higher self. Knowing thyself, understanding how far you've grown, understanding storms of old can't take you out again, understanding trading in energies, the wrong energies, self-serving energies, how it depleted you. Double-minded people, James 1:8, but divine is calling. This is the 7 to the 6. It's a countdown, darling dears. You're about to be gifted something that's going to bring balance, Libra energy. Libra is the 7th house. The 7th house is of partnerships, whether business or from a committed relationship or friendship. But the 7th house is also balance amongst open enemies. As you continue to embrace yourself, darling dears, as you continue to what? the next step for you, darling dear, is to fully embrace your spirituality. Understand where you are. Understand that you're going to feel different. Understand not everybody's going to like you. Just like you are not going to like everybody else. You see, it wouldn't be on, darling dear. This is about you no longer being an acquaintance to yourself. This is knowing thyself, darling dear, embracing thyself, because divine is about to gift you more gifts, darling dear, more blessings. 6 of Pentacles in the upright. This is about more positive emotions being open for you, darling dears, once you take this risk, this leap of faith, knowing thyself. For others, this is the gift of a new home, a new job, could be something on the internet, a new business, higher learning. Pentacles is about going after tangible things that you can use going forward to support yourself with, to bring stability. The Pentacles is also about feeling more fertile with your ideas, more sound ideas that you can focus on, darling dear, because they're a gift, a blessing is coming to you. The seventh house is also about contractual agreements. You're being guided to take the risk of signing a contract, darling dear. But as I said, make sure you continue to drop down and get your eagle on, darling dear. Take the contract to someone who understands that field before you sign it. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. The next question would be, what do you potentially stand to gain? You're being guided, told, well, but like I said, you have free will. You can choose exactly what you want to do, but today is the 16 Tower moment. The Tower moment speaks about the ending of a situation, a crisis situation, possibly an identity crisis, a spiritual crisis, but something that created a lot of trauma. Something that you had to do soul surgery on, darling dears. This is about releasing that habit of possibly the cycle of the pain, the repetitive memories, crown chakra, listening to the divine. This is also about the music you listen to. You need to start listening to binary beats, things that raise your vibration, things that speak to your crown chakra. I believe it's 963 hertz. For the God note, the link to consciousness. Again, it goes back to meditation, knowing thyself. The third eye is ruled by Saturday. That is important to someone. It's ruled also by Saturn energy. Saturn is about Saturn rules Capricorn as well as Aquarius, but Saturn is about your wisdom and honoring the structure and the discipline it's taken to get you to this point, and what it's going to take to get you to the next level. Saturn rules the number 8. 8 in numerology speaks about getting into your authority, darling dear. This is about you taking action towards mastering something, or you mastered something. You've received some kind of accomplishment. This is about you feeling empowered moving forward. Again, this is you trusting in your psychic abilities, your spiritual gifts, darling dears. They're your Geiger counter at this moment in time. What is the most likely outcome? Earth angel, get the balance. Being gifted, darling dear, equal give and take from the universe to you. Yeah, it's about the journey, darling dears. The journey. The journey, the dream, the journey, the vision. Which chakra? This one. Heart chakra. We just called the heart chakra, darling dears. Love it. Feeling everything in the heart. And rising, that's faith. Feeling all in the heart. Yeah. Balancing out the heart. Heart chakra. as what I'm telling you now is Thursday. I think I mentioned Thursday already, but it's Archangel Gabriel, moon energy, Cancer as well as Pisces energy, but it's also the direction of north. Maybe you're traveling in the northwardly direction or living in the north, but me, I like to say it's your north node. This is understanding your superpowers according to your north node. Knowing thyself, going deeper, darling dears. Yes, it's been a journey, but the deeper you go into the woods, the more interesting the trees. The heart chakra is about you continuing to have what? Compassion as well as love of yourself and others. This connection. The heart chakra is where you can connect to your soul and send that connection energy to others just by your presence, darling dear, by your thought pattern. When it's unbalanced, you're feeling grief or heartache, disconnected, hopeless, and possibly even rejected, darling dear. But remember, rejection is protection. The heart chakra is what? Air energy, or the air element. It's about you controlling your thinking, darling dears. Using your intellect to understand certain circumstances and situations led you to the point where you had to take this risk, but it's going to go in your favor. Earth Angel. This is ancestral protection. This is also a blessing being gifted unto you. The Temperance energy is Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is the 9th house. The number 9 in numerology is about attainment, because it's surrendering to the process. Something must end in order for the new to begin, darling dear. The number 9 is represented by the 9th planet, Neptune, spirit, darling dears. And again, Thursday, very important for someone. Neptune rules the number 3. It's about, again, your psychic abilities, darling dears. Listen to your intuition. Pay attention to your dreams, because they are guiding you. Neptune generally takes 14 years to go through each house. Okay, so the number 14, 14 days, 14 weeks is very significant for someone. Maybe it's the beginning of a change that starts in the heart, darling dears. Balancing out your emotions, mastering your emotions. King of Cups, base of the deck. This is the ending of a situation, divorcing yourself from situations that no longer serve your heart. Letting go of old partnerships, relationships, friendships, the feelings around it. This is giving it to the Most High, darling dears, sending it back so it can be transmuted into light. Yeah, coming out of the dark ages, allowing your heart to beat again. It's like the Grinch who stole Christmas when he finally felt his heart beating. He thought he was dying. Yeah, dying to the old, big cat, as you become whom you're meant to be. Take the risk. Leave the toxic and the toxic situations behind. Understand the lesson in it. Yeah. Because this is the time for you, darling dear, to celebrate 10th cup. You're going to be gifted with the 10th cup. Emotional fulfillment as well as alignment with what you truly deserve. Joy, a true family, soul tribe around you. For others, it's the starting of a family. But it's about you accumulating the wealth. But the wealth comes through what? Aligned emotions. Finding your true community. Breaking generational curses as you build true bonds. Yeah. Knowing that there's no going back to the person that you was, being mentally aligned with your crown chakra, your third eye activated, darling dears. Love it. Yeah, someone who betrayed you. Yeah, they was meant to betray you. They're toxic. As I said, you had to learn the lesson of the situation in order to take the risk, or about to take a risk. But I'm more inclined to say take the risk. The pomp and circumstance comes from what you think about the situation. Listen, nobody knows the future. It's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. But you have to take the step in the direction that best uplifts your soul. I told you it's soul surgery. On that note, do we have another card? I'm going to use the Numerology card to finish this out. As you go through the growth game, darling dear. What's this? A new start is coming. New moon, darling dears. Love it. I don't hate it. The new moon is about the new beginnings, darling dears. The cards are coming out and they're not joking. They're not playing, right? Take time to breathe out, darling dear. A decimating moon. Good golly and gosh. A decimating moon is like, it's like a one-in gibbonous moon, darling dear. Time for you for introspection in order to be aligned with the goals. Being grateful for what you've been through up to this point, darling dear. Around these toxic, manipulative people. You were sent to break the mold. You are ibex. If there's a crack, you must not fall back, darling dear. Time for you to take the bull by the horn, so to speak. What's behind the betrayal card? Yeah. Always disloyal. This is why you get the Two of Wands again, turning your back. You have the whole world in your hands, but it's about you actively moving, physical movement towards your dreams and your wants, your goals, darling dears. Taking the time to be aligned by your crown chakra, your third eye, and your heart. And guess what lines all of that up? The Moldavite crystal. I'm telling you, these numbers are important to someone, the 6, the 7, and the 4 going forward. On that note, I drops me mic. Todd love to my Teesprings, Todd love to my Patreon, or simply come back here. And as I always say, don't get smoked. Don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Big cat wave. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, cat. Dance to the beat of your own drum, darling dear.